Play a forest, play an Ugin, get a few counters, and ultimate it. Put you into play. Put you into play. No. Then we will ultimate you. Flip some coins. Wait, lost. One. Lost. One. Alright, so 3 turns. Ultimate. Narset. Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and you can pre-order all the Kaldheim cards you need by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds, and oh boy do we have a sweet one this week. You might remember from, 2016, a long time ago now, 5 years ago, we played on stream, I think, a deck called Double Moonwalkers, and the idea is to doubling season, ramp into it, cast a Planeswalker, instantly ultimate, and do spectacular things to win the game. Well, a lot has changed in the past 5 years. We've got a lot of really sweet new Planeswalkers for the deck, so this is a new, updated, improved version of Double Moonwalkers for Modern, and that's our Against Odds deck for this week, trying to insta-ultimate Planeswalkers without a doubling season. So let's talk about the ridiculous plan of this deck, the crazy things it can do, jump into some games, see it in action. So the card that makes this deck possible is doubling season, and pretty soon, thanks to Kaldheim, we're going to have this synergy in Standard, in Historic, and Pioneer with Voraclex. So even though right now this deck only works in Modern, pretty soon you're going to be able to try something very similar in other formats as well. So in our deck, we're really taking advantage of doubling season's ability to double up the counters on our stuff. This works with Planeswalkers when they come into play. So if you have a Planeswalker with, I don't know, like 4 loyalty, it's going to come in with 8 loyalty instead. So step 1 of this deck, ramp into doubling season as quickly as possible. We got Arbor Elf and Utopia Sprawl, Birds of Paradise, and Noble Hierarch. Modern's a fast format, so we want to get doubling season down and then play a Planeswalker as quickly as possible. After we have doubling season down, we have a ton of Planeswalkers. We have 10 different Planeswalkers. Most of them are one-ofs, and our main focus in this deck is actually the ultimate of the Planeswalkers rather than their other abilities, because that's what we're trying to do. So take Jace Architect for Thought, for example. That is our 1/4 of Planeswalker. What is Jace's ultimate? When we ultimate it, we get to search each player's library for a non-land and play it immediately. So essentially, Jace, it doesn't win the game by itself, but Jace can grab any of our other Planeswalkers to win the game and grab something from our opponent's deck. Starts with 4 loyalty, with doubling season, it doubles up to 8 loyalty. That means we can insta-ultimate as soon as it comes into play. Tamiyo, Field Researcher, kind of similar. Its ultimate gives us an Omniscience emblem and draws us 3 cards. So again, doesn't immediately win us the game by itself, but casting all of our other stuff for free and drawing 3 cards means we're probably going to hit other Planeswalkers that we can cast and win the game with. So these are kind of our glue Planeswalkers, I would say, that just hold the deck together. Then we have all of our one-of finishing Planeswalkers. Our most direct way to win the game, Nicole Bolas Dragon God, comes in, goes to 8 loyalty, can immediately ultimate and make it so each opponent who doesn't have a legendary creature or Planeswalker loses the game. So if our opponent doesn't have a legend or a Planeswalker, Nicole Bolas is just game over instantly with doubling season out. 2 card splitter twin combo kill. If our opponent does have a legend or a Planeswalker, we can go a different direction. Jace Cunning Castaway, I know, bad Jace, not super good, but it is hilarious in this deck. With doubling season, when we cast Jace, we get infinite Jaces with the -5, and then since we get infinite Jaces, those Jaces make infinite 2/2 tokens. So we just make a bunch of 2/2s, attack our opponent the next turn and win the game. If that goes wrong and our opponent has a Wrath, we still have infinite Jaces, so we just make infinite tokens again. Eventually they won't have a Wrath and win. Rouse Eric gives us 2 or 3 extra turns usually, depending on how the coins flip, which doesn't win us the game immediately, but with 3 extra turns, we got Planeswalkers, we got card draw, we can figure out a way to win from there. Liliana Dreadhorde General cataclysms our opponent, putting them down to 1 of each permanent, so 1 land, 1 creature, 1 of everything else. Not directly winning, but really most opponents just scoop when that happens. Tamiyo the Moon Sage gives us an emblem where we can return any card that goes to our graveyard to our hand, so it doesn't do anything by itself, but it does mean we can like keep ultimating Rouse spells here to take infinite turns. If something goes wrong, we can get back our Liliana Dreadhorde General, Cataclysm our opponent again. Narsat Transcendent, probably our most high variance ultimate, makes it so our opponent can't cast non-creature spells with an emblem. So against creature decks, Narsat doesn't do much of anything, but against combo and control, Narsat can just win the game by making our opponent not be able to cast any of their combo pieces or counter spells, planeswalkers, etc. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, gives us a slow win. We just exile away our opponent's permanents as we draw cards. So eventually we're going to get rid of all their relevant stuff, maybe to Flawless Victory, Ugin the Spirit Dragon, ultimates to let us draw 7, put 7 permanents into play. So someone like Tamiyo or some of our Jaces doesn't win the game immediately, but drawing 7 cards, putting 7 permanents into play means we should hit a Nicol Bolas, we should hit a Jace, we should hit a Liliana, some other planeswalker, put it into play for free, win the game with that. So that's the goal of the deck. Ramp into Doubling Season, play Doubling Season, play a Planeswalker, ultimate the Planeswalker, win the game with the Planeswalker. The other kind of weird part of this deck is we have Blood Moon. I know you're wondering, how in the world are you playing this 5-color deck with all these wild mana costs and actually getting away with playing Blood Moon? And while having a bunch of mana dorks like Birds of Paradise helps, we have a secret cheat code to make this work, which is Oath of Nissa. Oath of Nissa just makes it so we can cast Planeswalkers as if our mana was any color. So we can Blood Moon ourselves, have 0 black sources, let's say, and still cast Liliana, still cast Nicol Bolas, whatever we need to. Our mana is perfect for Planeswalkers, plus Oath of Nissa like ponders through our deck to find our lands or creatures or Planeswalkers. It's one of the best cards in our entire deck, and that's the plan of the deck. Mana base wise, kind of a 5-color green mana base. Again, not super worried about getting hit by Blood Moon because of Oath of Nissa, because of our mana dorks. As long as we have at least a forest on the battlefield, we can usually do just fine, even with the Blood Moon out, and cast all of our ridiculous stuff. As far as the sideboard, Fatal Push, Aether Gust, Settle the Wreckage for removal, Veil of Summer to fight through counters, Ashiok to deal with graveyards and Primeval Titan decks, the missing Blood Moon, and one Kozilek that we can technically ramp into, but also just shuffles in against mill to make sure we don't get milled out. And that is Double Moon Walkers, the 2021 edition for Modern. That's our Against the Odds deck for this week. Let's jump into our game, see it in action. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap-up. All right, Against the Odds time. We are looking to insta-ultimate Planeswalkers in Modern with a double... Ooh, I like this hand. I mean, this hand doesn't have any Planeswalkers, but we got Ramp, we got Fixing, and we got the Doubling Season, so assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, Thought Seizes, removals, and such, as long as we find a Planeswalker, we're kind of in business. Verdant Catacombs, opponent passes. Well, play a Forest, and... let's go Arbor Elf. It is the highest upside of our 1-drops. Could draw Utopia Sprawl and then dump our hand. I mean, probably dying anyway. Over on 2 untapped. And Fatal Push. Yup. Alright. Swamp for our opponent. And a Bob. Well, play Noble Hierarch. Overgrown 2 untapped. Birds of Paradise. Go. Oh, come on. No Thought Seizes, please. Tarmogoyf. Sure. Well, next step is to try to get down Doubling Season, and then draw Planeswalker. Opponent combat hits us. Yup. Down to 16. Yield of Guin. And... Alright, there's a Goyf. I'll play a Plains, and yeah, we're going to run out Doubling Season and see what happens. Doubling Season. Go. Dark Confidant. Still like to dodge Thought Seize if possible. Hex Drinker. Because Oath of Nissa can dig us for a Planeswalker, and as long as this Doubling Season is around, a Planeswalker should just be game. Like, any Planeswalker in our entire deck should win us this game. Opponent combat hits us. Yeah. Well, we take our beats down to 11. And another Bob. And... Whew, okay. Okay, Planeswalker, please. Ral. Oh, Well, let's start with Oath of Nissa. Even this Ral should be game, hopefully. Take a Tamiyo. Play a Ral. As long as we don't get brute... Man, Jund doesn't beat anything, does it? Ultimate. Flip some coins. 1 turn. 2 turns. 3 turns. Alright, 3 turns. Not bad. Misty Rainforest. Crack it. Breeding Pool. Untapped. and Birds of Paradise. Extra turn number 1, Tamiyo. Ultimate Tamiyo. Tap, untap. Arbor Elf. Burgia. And now we are, like, pseudo-infinite, unless we get, like, just brutally unlucky. So we get to untap. Ral away the ooze. Get back the Ral. Play it, ultimate it. And this one, amazing. Alright, so there's Ral. Flip some coins. No turn. And opponent sees what's happening. Oh, poor Jund. Poor Jund. Jund just can't catch a break in the last few years. Oh, we got him good. All right, we actually have a lot of sideboard cards we might want here. Blood Moon's good. Veil of Summer seems good. Fatal Push seems good. We can go down the Ugin. Oh, how do we make room for this many cards? We can go down the 2 Noble Hierarchs. We can go down to 1 Tamiyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, what else can we cut? What else can we cut? I mean, Tamiyo was sweet that game, but I guess we can go down Tamiyo. Are we going to go down a doubling season? Maybe we go... 1 doubling season, 1 Jace Architect, I thought. 10 Planeswalkers? Yeah, let's try it like that. I mean, Blood Moon and Fatal Push are just so good in this matchup that it's hard to pass them up. And Veil of Summer, we spent that whole first game being incredibly afraid of discard. Thankfully, our opponent didn't have it. Well, I mean, we're going to keep this. I expect our opponent probably has discard this game, but we'll see. Blooming Marsh and Hex Drinker. Well, not discard. Let's Forest and Utopia Sprawl on blue past the turn. Bobble. Bobble with no Loris. I mean, I guess it still grows the goif. Blooming Marsh. Pumps Hex Drinker and Hex Drinker and hits us. Draws a card. Well, let's Misty Rainforest. Crack it. Get a Forest. Utopia Sprawl on blue still. We're going to split it up because we saw a lot of land destruction, including Ghost Quarter. Well, this is not looking horrible. Like, in theory, it's doubling season Jace win. If our opponent can't stop it. Opponent going to level up Hexy. Sexy Hexy. And hit us. Down to 13. Do we have a Thoughtseize? We have a Ghost Quarter. Levels up. Passes. Alright, yep. Well, that does slow us down. We will take a... let's take an island. Well, play the Forest. Jace. Take it down. Ooh, there's a Blood Moon, but it doesn't beat a Hex Drinker. Well, we'll take Oath Anissa. Pass the turn. Oh, this is going to get big. Verdant Catacombs. Levels up. Thankfully, they can't get to 8 this turn. Cracks. Levels up. Levels up. And then kills Jace. Yeah. Well, Jace down. Misty. Crack it. Forest. Doubling season. Well, we'll see. Opponent. Levels up. Yeah, so it's big. It's a 2-turn clock. Protection from everything. Oh. 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 Golgari Charm. That's actually really good against our deck. Well, let's play Oath of Nissa, but I think we're dead. Yeah, because that's pro everything. Ugh. Because that's pro everything, we can't actually beat it. Well, that was interesting. Golgari Charm, That is a good one. That is a really good one against our deck. Alright, run it back. That was kind of a weird draw. Opponent was on the play and they just went all in on the Hex Drinker, and All in on the Hexdrinker worked. And they also had the answer to the doubling season to stay alive. Wouldn't mind a turn 2 Blood Moon game. Turn 2 Blood Moon, I think, should just beat our opponent's deck. Aethergust would also be good, but I can't find room for it. Yeah, run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Alright, we get to play first. Well, okay. This hand's fine, I guess. I do like the Veil of Summer. I'll play a land, and Arbor Elf, and Goo. Opponent also keeping 7, Bobble. Cracks it, peaks. Catacombs, cracks it. Swamp. And Fatal Push. Yeah, well, that's not ideal. We will play Misty Rainforest, a Goo. Blooming Marsh. And a Bob. Alright, well, crack this. Breeding Pool tapped. Untap. Action. Oh, dear. Huh, we are drawing many a land. Many a land has been drawn. Dark Confidant for our opponent. Gets a Plague Engineer. Goes to combat. Attacks. Swamp. And Luris. That's not ideal either. Well, we will grab a Plains. Opponent gets to start doing Luris-y things. Opponent cracks to take a peek. Blood Moon seems a bit late at the moment. It cuts off green, but they're just going to keep Lurising. Well, we will Misty, crack it, grab a Island, Tameo, tick up, pass the turn. Opponent, gonna draw a bunch of cards. Finding a removal spell would be sweet, but opponent's kind of going off over there. They're just drawing like 5 cards a turn. Hits another Bobble. Bobble. And a land. And cracks the Bobble. And cracks the land. And goes to combat. Attacks. So gonna kill Tameo, but we get to draw 2, which is good. Okay. Fatal Push is reasonable. Another Bobble. And a Hexdrinker. And, oh my goodness. Well, that's the power of drawing 3 cards a turn. Yep. And cracks another Bobble. Oh, we just keep drawing lands, don't we? Huh. Well, we might actually get Junded out here. It's kind of a bummer. We've just drawn so much mana. So we can Fatal Push something, but it doesn't even matter? Yeah, I think this one's just over. So we can get an Overgrown Tomb. I guess we can Fatal Push the Luris, which is just like going off. And play an Arbor Elf, although we know our opponent has Hexdrinker. Our opponent's just drawn too many cards. That is the issue. Opponent's drawn too many cards, and we've drawn too many lands. And that is a pretty deadly combination. To flood out while your opponent just draws a bunch of 1 and 2 drops. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Remember, we are a 20 land deck here. A 21 land deck. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got more than half of the lands out of our deck in a very small number of cards. Wow. Alright, well. Yeah, I mean, that's Magic. Sometimes you only draw lands. Alright. Against the odds time, we are looking to Ultimates of Planeswalkers with Doubling Season in Modern. And this hand, we don't have Planeswalkers, we don't have Doubling Season, but we got Ramp, so if we draw anything, should be good. And we have Oath of Nissa, so our mana's going to be good. We'll keep. See what our opponent is up to. 4 is for our opponent, and Utopia Sprawl. Ooh, Oh, on white, interesting. We draw Plains. Well, let's just Windswept Heath, crack it, get a Forest, and Arbor Elf. Go. Huh. So our opponent's not Ponza, presumably. Since the Utopia Sprawl's on way. I'm not sure what our opponent's up to, honestly. I guess it could be some sort of just like green-white Heliod deck, and Utopia Sprawl's just speeding things up. Opponent, Temple Garden. Untapped. Ooh, Satyr Enchanter, spicy. So opponent's an Enchantress deck. Blood Moon. I don't even know if we want to play Blood Moon at the moment. Let's Oath of Nissa. Take... I guess we take Ral. 2 more Planeswalkers to the bottom. Breeding Pool. Utopia Sprawl. On... on red. Go. I mean, with Oath of Nissa down, we can kind of get away with Blood Mooning if we want to, and still playing our Planeswalkers. I mean, worst case, we can Ral and shoot down the Satyr Enchanter, which is not bad. We would still rather just find Doubling Season. If we can find Doubling Season, then we can really do some things. I mean, then Ral becomes hopefully insane. Opponent. Going to hit us, yeah. Down to 16. Or 15. And passes? Interesting. Well, tap, untap. Alright, gonna get rid of our Arbor Elf. Draw a card. We still get to untap. We still get to play Ral. And shoot down Satyr Enchanter. And Misty Rainforest. Go. Alright. Planeswalkers Doubling Seasons. That is what we're looking for. Opponent. If we don't draw anything next turn, we will Blood Moon just because we can. It doesn't even really do much of anything, but... I mean, I guess it pinches our opponent's white mana a little bit. Idyllic Tutor. Soul Tithe. Interesting. I don't think I've ever been Soul Tithe before, but that does technically sort of answer our Ral. Now, crack Misty, grab a Forest. I guess we can pay for Ral this turn. Yeah, might as well. We don't have anything else going on at the moment, so... Pay the Tithe. Ooh, there's Doubling Season. Well... Untap. Planes. Might as well Blood Moon. Go. Question's gonna be, do we keep around Ral? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm not sure if we keep Ral or not. Planes for our opponent. Enchanter. Okay, well, now we definitely keep it and try to kill Enchanter. And Ghostly Prison. Well, we're keeping Ral for at least one more turn to shoot down this Enchanter. Ghostly Prison doesn't really matter. We're not a creature deck, so... Well... Pay the Tithe. Shoot down Enchanter. Temple Garden. Go. Next turn, I think we let Ral go. We can let Ral go and just Oath of Nissa and try to set up a Doubling Season turn. Opponent, Sunpetal Grove, passes. Yeah, alright. Sure, you got us. Ooh, jeez. I'll play Oath of Nissa. Go diggin'. Take Nikki B. Oh. Okay, well... Oh, let's see if Doubling Season sticks. We got the win. We got the win for next turn. If our opponent can't kill Doubling Season. If they can kill Doubling Season, then we're going to have to play it fairly. About it. Setessan Champion. Sure. And last card. Utopia Sprawl draws a card. Okay. No answer. Come on, no answer. About it. Dead. Hopefully. Got him. We got him. Doubling season coming through, and oh my goodness, we can do this. Oh boy, this hand is insane. We could try to go crazy, but we're gonna be nice to our opponent and just kill him. 8 loyalty, and opponent, I don't think you have a legendary creature or a planeswalker, and that's combo. 2 cards. Got him. Doubling season to go Volas with no blue, red, or black mana for that matter. I guess technically we have red from Utopia's Sprawl, but that is the power of Oath of Nissa. Who our opponent's playing Enchantress. We don't have So Fatal Push in, Blood Moon out. Do we want do we want Ether Gust? Maybe. Let's go 2 Ether Gust, go down 2 Noble Hierarchs, and run it like that. Well, I mean, I think we gotta keep this. If we get the mana to cast our stuff, we have the win. I don't know why we always have this 1 Ugin. How do we always find our 1 Ugin? That's like a one of, maybe we draw it in the late game card, not in our opening hand every game card, but I mean, we do got a lot of mana dorks too, so even if we don't hit lands, we can hit mana dorks. If we get to 4, we can just run out this Jace before doubling season to try to hit more lands and set things up. Seems fine-ish. The only thing I'm concerned about is our opponent probably has a bunch of like Ixalan's bindings and so forth, I would assume. Good news is we don't care about all their creature removal for the most part, or ghostly prisons and whatnot. Temple Garden for our opponent. Tapped and passes. And land or mana dork, please. Yeah, alright. Well, Breeding Pool untapped. Go digging. Take. I'll just take Windswept Heath. I mean, that is a land. That is a land. Heading in the right direction. About it. We have the Nicole Bolas in hand too, so we just have the kill set up. It's going to be a slower kill because we don't have a fast ramp start, but we do have the. It's basically Splinter Twin. Nicole Bolas doubling season. It's back. It is legal again. Abundant Growth. Draws a card. I wonder if our opponent's deck could be a Yarion deck. Almost seems like it could be good. Well, Windswept Heath. Go. I thought we just put our Overgrown Tomb to the bottom. Moto. Just photo things. Maybe I added. Maybe we actually have 2, and I forgot that we added a second one. That's possible. Initially, when I was building this deck, I was going to have it be every color except black, but Nicole Bolas is too sweet to pass up. Alright. Well, now we can see. Do we have another Overgrown Tomb? We do. We will take a... Yeah, let's go second Breeding Pool. Second Breeding Pool. Ether Gust the Enchanter, just to slow our opponent down a bit. Booted. Yeah, Bird's Paradise is nice. Play Birds. Overgrown Tomb. Go. Oh, now we're going to have a question. Do we run out the doubling season and go for the win? Or do we slow roll it and play a Planeswalker? I mean, doubling season's kind of the goal of our deck, so we probably just got to go for it. Worried about like Ixalan's binding or something, but it's still got to be worth it. Windswept Heath. Bone it. Passing. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Yeah, I mean, let's go for the win. Let's go for the win. Worst case answer, doubling season. And then we can like play Jace or something. All right, there's a doubling season. And we can win this one in any number of ways. Assuming doubling season sticks. Oh, no. Huh. That's awkward. Alright. Oh, we're going to have to do this a boring way. Yes, alright. So now I think... Yeah. Well, I think we got to let doubling season go. 5 mana turn's just too much. So let it go. However, you know what? Let's Oath of Nissa. Well, we don't even need to. Let's just Nicole Bolas. Nicole Bolas, kill the Satyr Wayfinder. So opponent dodges the instant death. But slow death is still coming. Oh, Satyr Enchanter down. Ship the turn. And now, worst case, we can just draw cards with Bolas until we find another doubling season. And we have Jace, too. I mean, that's one of the sweet things about the deck, is we do just have a bunch of random Planeswalkers. Oh my god. Alright. Opponents, Soul Tithe for days. Alright, we'll just let it go. These Soul Tithes have been great for our opponent. Now, let's Oath of Nissa. Dig for something. We'll just take a land. Take the land, play a Jace. Take it down. Little mini factor fiction. So doubling season is what we want most. Ugh. All right. I mean, these cards are not exciting. Probably 2 lands versus Arbor Elf, I assume. Whoa. Land and Arbor Elf? Okay, there we go. Opponent. Yeah, they figured it out. Well, we'll take the 2 lands. We'll play a forest. And pass the turn. Hey, I probably should have played a fetch here, actually. Oops. Opponent. Untaps. I mean, I think we're in pretty good shape, though. Unless I have Soul Tithe number 3, then who knows. Ooh, Sigil. Alright, that's a card. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, doubling season. Take up Jace. Windswept Teeth. Okay, next turn we get another shot at it. We get to take down Jace and hit any Planeswalker to win the game. Opponent, land. Cracks it. Any Planeswalker. Our sweetest one's probably Tameo. Or 3-mana Jace. Or another one of these Jaces. Ghostly Prison makes an Angel. Well, we'll crack this, then the deck. Get a Overgrown Tomb. Well, come on, Jace. I guess, worst case, we can Ugin, can't we? Well, let's see what we can find. Take down Jace. Show us a Planeswalk. Oh, no Planeswalker. Alright. Well, I guess we're going to have to Ultimate Ugin then. That's our consolation prize. If we can't actually do what we want to do, we'll we'll go Dirty Ugin mode. Play a forest. Play an Ugin. Get a few counters. And ultimate it. Put you into play. Put you into play. You. No. Then we will ultimate you. Flip some coins. Wait, lost. 1. Lost. 1. Alright, so 3 turns. Ultimate. Narset. Play Oath of Nissa. And I think this one's over. I think we got him. Get a Misty Raid Forest. Crack this. Get a forest. Play a Birds of Paradise. I mean, I guess we still also have to kill our opponent somehow, which, I mean, I guess we'll figure out a way. We need our little Jace for infinite Jaces. So we get to untap. Ooh. Alright. Narset. Get a Utopia Sprawl. Ugin your face. To Fairy. Draw a card. Ral. Tap you, untap you. Go attacking. Hit ya. Oh boy, that's a lot of mana for 2 damage. Down to 11. I mean, this one, our opponent's sitting it out, or sticking it out. But I don't think there's any way we can lose from here. Misty Rainforest, crack Misty Rainforest. Stomping Grounds, tapped. Extra turn number, take up Jace. Extra turn number 2. Untap 2 lands, not really necessary. Extra turn number 2. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, opponent. I'm so sorry. Not really, but a little. We got the GGs. I mean, I guess we'll ultimate this. And opponent scoops it up. Oh boy, oh boy. That one went well. That was really good. Oh, this deck does hilarious things. Oh my goodness. Look at this board! Look at the board! We didn't even get to ultimate our sweetest play. I mean, I guess ultimating Ugin immediately is pretty good. But we had, so what do we have? We had Narset Emblem, so opponent can't cast non-creature spells. We Ugin Emblemed. We routed for 3 extra turns. We were about to Liliana to put our opponent down to 3 permanents, and then ultimate to Fairy to eat away the rest of the permanents, and then we would have drawn this Jace, which we could use to immediately ultimate, get our other Jace, make infinite Jaces, infinite tokens. Oh my goodness. All right, that was good. That was real good. Sweet. All right, against odds time. We are double moonwalking in Modern, and basically trying to ultimate Planeswalkers right away with the help of Doubling Season, and there's a reasonable chance we Blood Moon ourselves next turn. Like, if our Mana Dork lives, we're probably just going to slam Blood Moon, and trust that our Mana Dorks will get us to Doubling Season Jace win. Hopefully. Alright, Temple Garden, untapped, and Birds of Paradise, go. Temple of Deceit. Oh, alright, we're gonna, I think, run it out. Opponent passes. Oh, risky life. Alright, let's make a few mountains. Go. Oh, don't kill our birds. If our birds dies, we are in such amazingly bad shape. Opponent. Oh no. Manamorphoses off of their 2 mountains. Opponent passes. Ooh. Opponent also fixes their mana though. Well, I think we have to play Noble Hierarch. Oh boy. Pentad Prism off of the Manamorphose is so good for our opponent. That actually probably gives them a chance in this game, honestly. Ooh, alright, more Pentad Prisms. Oh, opponent's getting close to being able to win, too. Land, maybe, for Doubling Season? Oh, another Doubling Season. Well, we need to Oath of Nissa. Dig for a land. Take a land. Jace off of 3 red and a white, and tick down Jace. Yeah, Utopia Sprawl's not looking great. Well, I mean, the question's going to be, do we get 2 more turns? If we get 2 more turns, this is going to be great. Well, we don't want Utopia Sprawl. Pass the turn. Ooh, all right, here we go. Opponent has 5 mana currently. Opponent. Oh, they actually have it? Angel's Grace, Simian Spirit Guide, Ad Nauseam win? Yeah. Alright. Oh, we're like a tiny bit slow. Yeah, Ad Nauseam. Draw the deck, etc. We lose. What do we have that's actually good against Ad Nauseam? Honestly, not really much of anything. No. Oh, yeah? Alright, Well, I guess we run it back. Alright, we will play first. So Windswept Heath, crack it. Boy, we need a Doubling Season. Forest, Utopia Sprawl. Let's go red in case we draw Blood Moon, I guess. Temple of Enlightenment. Lotus Bloom. Yeah, it's going to be an issue. Opponent. Ral. Well, Misty Rainforest. Crack Misty Rainforest. Breeding Pool. Untapped. Utopia Sprawl. On black. Go. So we can get down Tamiyo, but is this going to allow us to race this Lotus Bloom is the issue. Lotus Bloom is going to give our opponent a lot of mana. We can tap down lands with Tamiyo. I guess we could also start ticking up Ral. Can we Ral into Tamiyo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite. Gemstone Mine for our opponent. And yeah, we just don't have a lot of interaction. We're trying to race, and I'm not sure. We really need to draw Doubling Season. If we draw Doubling Season, I think we can raise. If we don't, it's going to be tough. Doubling Season? Forest. Well, Misty, crack it. Breeding Pool, untapped. Actually, you know, let's just play Ral. I think Ral's better than Tamiyo here, just as good at least. Play Ral. Tap on tap. Opponent taking down Lotus Bloom. And so probably dead next turn. Well, I guess we play. Actually, let's tap this. Play Oath of Nissa. Get well Teferi, I guess. Still not sure this is gonna do anything though. Like if our opponent has a combo, we just can't stop it. We're doing things, but are our things gonna be enough? Opponent floats a mana. Well, let's play Dirty Teferi and Tuck Pentad Prism. Still doesn't necessarily save us. If our opponent can go, if they have Angel's Grace ad nauseum in hand, they still get us with this Lotus Bloom. But this does mean that they don't get us with Phyrexian on life this turn. Well, here comes Lotus Bloom. Booted. Yeah, Angel's Grace, ad nauseum, death. Well, at least death comes quickly with ad nauseum. We just don't really have the tools for that nauseum matchup. Like, our tool is to just race, but not that easy. Not that fast. All right, against the odds time. We have the Doubling Season. We are definitely keeping this. We're looking to Ultimate Planeswalkers immediately with some Doubling Season shenanigans. All right, so let's Forest and Utopia Sprawl on. Let's go red. Red in case we draw the Blood Moon. Assuming we get down this Utopia Sprawl, then our mana is going to be fine anyway. Opponent, Arid Mesa cracks it. Mountain and Swift Spear. All right, so we got to be fast. Opponent gets and hits us. Ooh, Jace. So, play the Forest. Utopia Sprawl. On blue. Oath of Nissa. Get a Plains. Oh boy. Okay, well, we will see. I mean, in theory, if we're not dead, we Doubling Season next turn, Infinite Jaces the following turn. Opponent, Bloodstained Mire cracks it. So our opponent's got to kill us on turn 3. We might be okay. Oh, no. Sprite Dragon. Well, we will see. I guess our opponent could also have counters. Well, Windswept Teeth. Crack it. 16. Forest. Pass the turn. Oh, all right. We got to resolve this Jace. And we got to not die this turn to some flurry of burn/pump spells. Opponent Lightning. If we actually literally die this turn, I'm going to be so sad. I guess the other issue is they're still going to have this Sprite Dragon. So our opponent could, I guess, theoretically... Oh, no, they're going off. Can theoretically fly over our Jace win. Gut Shot. We can lock up the ground, but can we actually... Well, they cast the Gut Shot. Oh, man. I think we're going to make Infinite Jaces and lose to Sprite Dragon. Oh, my... Oh, no. What a hand. What a ridiculous hand. Well, let's draw different planes. Nope. All right, well, Jace. Yeah, I mean, we go infinite, but then we lose. I mean, we're not going to win this, but Wow, our opponent just had a ridiculously fast ad. We are going to make some Jaces. And then those Jaces are going to make some tokens. We needed actually a non-Jace Planeswalker here, I think. This is totally worth it, though. Alright, Jaces. Jaces. I mean, we're going all the way. You can kill us, but you're going to have to sit through us making Jaces for days. Oh, no! If we had a different Planeswalker, I think we just win here, but our opponent, that double light up the stage Sprite Dragon draw, just too good. I'll make some illusions. And, alright, I mean, I guess that's good enough. You got to see the infinite Jaces, but we will concede. Oh! Well, we said our opponent needed to kill us on turn 3, and they didn't literally kill us on turn 3, but they did damage us enough by turn 3 that we ended up losing. Well, Ether Gust Fatal pushes in, I think. Go down this Ugin. Oh boy. The other issue with this this matchup is our opponent's going to be able to kill our mana dorks like crazy. We already saw Gut Shot. Gut Shot's Lava Darts. Oh, I mean, that was a good draw, too. We went infinite on turn 3, right? Turn 4? But our opponent's draw was just better. I guess that's Modern. Alright, we get to play first. Well, we'll keep this. No doubling season, but Oath of Nissa, our best mana fixing, and we can kill a creature, which is decent. Gonna need to find some Planeswalkers, though. Well, Forest and Oath of Nissa. Yeah, let's take Narset. We don't really need more lands. We already have a ridiculous pile of lands here. Spirebluff Canal. Opponent Soulscar Mage. Well, play Misty Rainforest, play Arbor Elf. Go. Here comes the Lava Darts. Yeah. Opponent, combat. Hits us. Well, we'll just take it. Crack this. Get a Overgrown Tomb. Play a Breeding Pool tapped. Well, the lands keep coming, although this Narset could potentially be good. Better than Jason Mind Sculptor, right? Best Planeswalker of all time. $70, please, for a single copy. Opponent. Gonna Soulscar Mage attack. We would prefer our opponent to not light up the stage here, so we are going to Fatal Push. And opponent plays Swift Spear post-combat. I'll play the Plains, play Narset. Take it up. Ooh, more lands, more lands. I'll pass the turn. So many lands. We only have like 21 in this deck, too, because we have so many mana dorks. Opponent. I guess at least a fetch land is a little bit helpful because it means we can shuffle away a card we don't want if we reveal it to Narset. Like, what we want is, there's a light up the stage. Finds a land, finds a lightning bolt. Are we going to have to play this Tameo? We might. No, take up Narset. Ooh, Big Teferi. Big Teferi. Big Teferi is actually kind of good. Well, let's Windswept Heath. Crack it. Forest. Big Teferi. Actually, you know what? Let's play Tameo. And tap down the 1-drops. Pass the turn. Alright, so Narset's 50-50 so far, which I guess is good. Opponent, another 1-drop. They just keep coming. Never-ending stream of 1-drops. Opponent. Yeah, that light up the stage. Light up the stage is such a good card. And there's a lightning bolt hitting our face, and then I assume attacking Tameo. Opponent. It's Tameo. Well, we're gonna have to find our doubling season and find it quick. Opponent passes. Arbor Elf. Well, take up Narset. More Arbor Elves. Play Teferi. Draw the Arbor Elf. I mean, I think we're most likely just dead, though. Opponent has 3 1-drops. Oh! No doubling season, no doubling season. Yeah, so we should just be dead here. We know our opponent has all action in hand. So I don't think there's a very realistic chance that we're not dead here. They have Lava Dart in the graveyard for free, and then a handful, presumably, of spells. including free ones like Mana. Yeah, we're super dead. Oh, oh. Wow, that was a little on the disappointing side, I will say. We had the draw in game 1, but our opponent had the Sprite Dragon. Alright, sure. Manamorphose free spells, they exist. I don't know why, but they do. Oh, that was a sad one. Alright, against the odds time, we are trying to double up our fun in Modern with a doubling season, and I mean, this hand's not bad. We'll see what happens when our opponent kills our Arbor Elf, but I mean, we have everything that we're hoping to have. Arbor Elf, go. We got Doubling Season. We can use Oath of Nissa to find a land to get to Doubling Season. Seachrome goes for our opponent, and alright, so opponent's playing Spirits. Well, Oath of Nissa gets a Windswept Heath, untap land, Oath of Nissa gets a Birds of Paradise, Windswept Heath, crack it, get a Forest, and Birds of Paradise. Well, in theory, okay. Oh, opponent passes to tap something. Oh, no. This does shut down our... Yes, does keep us from playing Doubling Season this turn. I'll play a Forest, play Narsat, take up Narsat, get a Liliana past the turn. Oh, can we resolve Doubling Season into a Planeswalker before we die? If we do, the game is over. Opponent, Cavern. Well, we're not planning on countering your stuff anyway. We don't really care about Spell Queller, which is nice. All of our stuff is expensive enough that it doesn't really matter. Skyclave Apparition. Going to hit the Oath of Nissa. Go attacking. Well, we will Utopia Sprawl on black. Tap, untap. I guess we take up Narsat. Whiff. Doubling Season. Misty Raid Forest. Go. Alright, opponent! Our stuff costs more than... Okay, I don't think they can kill us. Can they counter the Liliana? If not, we should have it? I think? Like, Liliana Ultimate, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacks the rest. Skyclave Apparition. Going to go after Utopia Sprawl. Okay. I mean, opponent's definitely fighting the fight. Goes attacking. Well, crack this. Grab a Overgrown Tomb. Take our beats. Lose Narsat. Ooh. Well, tap, untap. Play a Liliana. Ultimate a Liliana. Win the game. All right. Try to Skyclave Apparition. You know what the solution to the Skyclave Apparition dominance is? Play stuff that costs more than 4 mana. It worked for us this time. Opponent gonna go down to a single land, a single creature, and unfortunately, we do need another blue source. Or another Oath of Nissa to be able to cast our next Planeswalker. So a fetch land would be nice. Alright, opponent, sure. Opponent's not giving up somehow. Tap land. Opponent. I mean, this Liliana also makes 2/2/2s every turn now. Opponent passes. Do not have the mana for that yet. Well, make some zombies. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks, we draw. Come on, fetch land. Oh, Utopia Sprawl works. Utopia Sprawl on white. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Tamiyo. This is the full combo. Does our opponent stick it out or do they scoop? Tamiyo. Omniscience. Jace Cunning Castaway. Tamiyo. Jace Architect of Thought. Ultimate. We can win this in any number of ways, but we'll do it the responsible way and get into Kobolas. And an Ether Vial, doesn't matter. Cast. Nagobolas! And, we will win the game. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. We even steal our opponent's masterpiece, Ether Vial, for, For the rub-ins. Well, that was a good one. Our opponent had removal and so forth, but it was not enough. All right, opponent's playing spirits, so I think we want fatal pushes. Probably gonna go down Blood Moons, I think. Is Blood Moon worth it? Is the question. The upside of Blood Moon is if they don't have Ether Vial, it can be effective. If they do have Ether Vial, it's much less effective. We can probably go down this Narset, honestly. Opponent doesn't have that many non-creatures they're trying to cast. Maybe trim and no. Maybe we go 2 Blood Moons. Maybe something like that. Settle is going to get countered. Veil of Summer, I think we're going to wait on. Opponent probably has some actual counters in their sideboard, but there is a question as to how many actual counters they have, because they have Spell Quellers and all these creature-y taxi counters, so it might be better to just wait and see. If we get negated or vetoed a bunch, we'll bring it in for Game 3. Good news is they can't really too efficiently kill our mana dorks. Well, alright. I guess we'll keep this. Hallowed Fountain for our opponent tapped. And passes. Well, Misty, crack it. Stomping Grounds, untapped. Oath of Nissa. Oy. Oy, oy, oy. Alright, take a Ral, I guess. Ugh. Huh. We really wanted to just hit a land there. I guess that gets 3 non-lands out of the way, and maybe increases our chances of drawing one. Opponent passing. Well, Overgrown Tomb tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent, Rattle Chains. Alright, so everything's got flash. Opponent, combat. Gets and hits us. Sure. Fetch land for a forest would be nice. Ether Vial. Well, Blood Moon's looking a little worse now. Oh, or a forest. That works. Alright, so we will... I mean, we are going to play the Blood Moon. Maybe it eats a counter, which would be fine. This hand, we just didn't have any ramp. Like, we have a great I win with doubling season hand, but it's just a little bit on the slow side. Opponent, going to get a basic. Maybe they don't care and they just get a basic and play around Blood Moon that way. I guess the risk of this is that if our opponent can deal with Oath of Nissa, then we're going to have a hard time casting our things. Opponent, combat, gets in, hits us. 13. Well, land and Jace. Please no Spell Queller. Wow. Well, 1 is more than 0. So opponent has the counter. Untaps. Well, let's see how many counters they have. Gets in, hits us. I'll play the land. Doubling season. Do they have another counter? Oh, boy! Alright, so opponent's got all the counters in the world. And maybe our opponent could just tempo us out. Are they going to kill us before we can get down to Planeswalker? Those 2 counters were super good for our opponent. We probably are going to have to bring in our counter spell hate now. Opponent gets in, hits us. Down to 9. Still 4 cards in hand. Ether Vials. A Skyclave Apparition to get rid of Oath of Nissa. Well, we will cast a doubling season. This one resolves. Oh, but can we resolve a Planeswalker? Opponent flashes in Mausoleum Wander. Or do we die? I guess that's the other question. About it. Ether Vial, 3. Cavern of Souls. Vials in. A Lord. Lethal. Alright. Well, our opponent had the perfect hand for the matchup that time. They had all the counters in hand. Do we want to bring in Veil of Summer? Alright, let's go down the Blood Moons. Go up the Veil of Summer, since apparently our opponent is actually playing a ton of counters in the sideboard. Alright, we get to play first. Let's have some ramp into the doubling season. Huh. Well, I guess we keep this. No doubling season, but we do have Oath of Nissa to hit our land drops and fix our mana. Overgrown Tomb untapped. Oath of Nissa. Oh, please hit a land. Please. Well, take an Arbor Elf. Awkward. Pass the turn. Oh, that was so awkward. I mean, Arbor Elf is good, but we really wanted to hit a land there. Boot it. Well, maybe we draw a land. Opponent passes. Land? Oh, the opposite. Well, okay, so we have to Oath of Nissa to hit a land. Alright, we do find one. Windswept Heath. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Get a Forest and Arbor Elf. Go. I mean, this does mean we're a land away from trying to play a Planeswalker next turn. Come on. Come on, land. Come on, land. Opponent passes. Land? Another Arbor Elf. Well, play Arbor Elf. Play Utopia Sprawl. On blue. Play... Actually, I guess we can just play Ral. Ral's fine. Tap, untap, play Ral. It is a Planeswalker. Tap, untap. Arbor Elf. Go. No doubling season, but we are off to a pretty fast start this game. And Ral can shoot down creatures if we need to. And look at this hand. I mean, we're going to start just casting bomb into bomb here if our opponent doesn't have something. Like, how do you beat this hand, opponent? Cavern. And having these mana dorks means Unified Will actually doesn't do anything at the moment, which is hilarious. Selfless Spirit, sure. Oh, opponent. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, opponent. Well, we will Ral away Selfless Spirit. Opponent vials in. Mausoleum Wander, sure. Well, let's Fatal Push. Kill Mausoleum Wanderer. Board swept, and now tap, untap. Tap, untap. And I think we just go with Nikki B. Nicol Bolas. Take it up, draw a card. Opponent loses something, and we're in spectacular shape. No doubling season this game, but we are where we want to be. Opponent gives up on the Unified Will. Our creatures were enough to take care of that. Just getting creatures down prevented our opponent from counting in. I think this one's over, even without the doubling season. Opponent passes. I'll take up Nicol Bolas. Oh my god, another Utopia Sprawl. Utopia Sprawl. On whatever. Black. Tap. Untap. Tap. Play Teferi. Untap. Draw a card. Tap. Untap. Tap. Liliana. Oh boy, this is turn 5. Make a zombie. Breeding pool untapped, and we used everything. All right, your go, opponent. I think we might be a tiny bit ahead at the moment. Just a smidge. Oh, we didn't have to. Oh man, I never played Teferi Hero of Dominaria, so I forgot about untapping land. So we shocked ourselves for no reason. Although, honestly, I don't think anything we do. Like, I mean, I don't think there's any way our opponent beats us in a million years. Or a billion. Like, you pick a number of years, our opponent is not going to beat it. Alright, so we will draw with Teferi. Still wouldn't mind hitting a doubling season. Draw with Nicol Bolas. Tap. Untap. Opponent vials in. Alright, Glasspool Mimic. That's fine. Play Noble Hierarch. Take down Liliana. Draw a couple cards. Jace. Take down Jace. Ugh. I mean, we might just win this fairly with Nicol Bolas. I guess we take the birds because we got infinite lands anyway. Play Utopia Sprawl. The best land of all time. Play Birds of Paradise. Play Windswept Heath. Hit you for 2. I do appreciate our opponent sticking this out so far, so you can see the full domination. Untap, untap. And this one's super over. 2 turns. I mean, in 2 turns, we just win with Nicol Bolas Ultimate. Even without hitting the doubling season. It's turn 6 and we have 5 Planeswalkers. 5 different Planeswalkers. And we got the GG. Oh, wow. That was a good one. That was a good one. Even without the doubling season insta-kill, like, that was still an insane game. Like, what do you do about that? How do you beat that? How do you beat it? And the answer is, at least for our opponent this game, you don't. Sweet. Sweet. So what do we learn this week about double Moonwalkers in Modern? And overall, we went 2-3 as far as our record, although it's worth pointing out, even in our losing efforts, we did some ridiculous things. We had a match that we lost where we actually made infinite Jaces and infinite tokens, but lost to a flyer that we couldn't block. We went off against the rock deck and comboed off in game 1, but then kind of got in game 2 and game 3 by like Thaw Seizes and a Gary Charm of all things at our doubling season. The only match that it felt like we really weren't in is Ad Nauseam, and I think that makes sense. By far the hardest matchups for double Moonwalkers are spell-based combo decks, because if you think about our deck, we're essentially a combo deck ourselves, but we're a combo deck that with our absolute nut draw, we're winning on turn 4, and more commonly, we're probably winning on turn 5, winning on turn 6. Yes, we have Blood Moon to slow things down, and that helps sometimes. We have Mana Dorks to speed things up, that helps sometimes, but that's not a guaranteed way to stop like Ad Nauseam. We saw that in our match against Ad Nauseam. We had the Blood Moon, but our opponent had Artifact mana. They could still combo off, so those are the hard matchups. On the other hand, against fairish decks, the deck feels pretty good. I'm not going to say it's going to be tier 1. I think it's a little bit too slow and a little bit too janky. Like, the plan is definitely janky to actually be a top tier deck, but it is a deck that can win in a spectacular way. Like, the good games with this deck are hilariously good, and we got to pull off most of the shenanigans that we wanted to. We got infinite turns with Raul and Tamios. We got insta-kills with Nicole Bolas, with our opponent not having a legend of any type. We had sweet Cataclysms with the Leona Dreadnought in general. We ultimated Ugin. We did essentially everything we wanted to. Infinite tokens, infinite Jaces with Jace Cutting Castaway. So we really did everything we were trying to do with the deck across 5 matches. So is it always going to win? Definitely not. It's kind of janky. It's kind of slow. But, oh my goodness, the good games are just so ridiculously fun, so awesome, so unique. So I really like this deck. I think it's a really sweet, like, semi-competitive deck. And it's just, like, super fun to play. Does really unique things. And the combo turns are just so insane, where you can like Jace Architect of Thought, get another one, Jace Architect of Thought, get another one, Jace Architect of Thought, get another one, Jace Architect of Thought, get a Tameo, Omniscience, draw a bunch of cards, play all of our other stuff. You play like 20 Planeswalkers in a turn, ultimate them all, and eventually win the game. So the deck is super fun, super spectacular. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed playing it. Thanks for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.